Oh, it's time. Hello, all you beautiful gamers, collectors, and, well, just people in general. I am Totem Lord, and welcome to my channel, and I'd just like to say today, instead of doing another fabulous unboxing and showing off some amazing goodies that may or may not be inside, today I'm going to take a moment and flex just a little bit and show off some of my amazing DS games. My top 5 Nintendo DS games on my series known as...
Moment of Flex.
So yes, now while unboxings are fine and good and all, you know, as a collector, it's really important to take on the flex aspect of the of the hobby. What I mean is, you know, like calling up like one of your collector friends and be like, dude, I just got this amazing deal on this video game. I paid only so much for this video game. Or like sometimes 8-Bit Beard will call me up and be like, dude, I just went to a yard sale, and like he'll stop by and show me this box of goodies he got for amazing, you know, cheap, low price. So yeah, flexing is just a really fun thing to do, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started on my
Moment of Flex.
All right. Now, before we start, as usual, I'll be using my app. It is called Retro Game Collector. This is a cool little app that you can get on your phone. It shows you current prices. It shows you can keep track of your collection. And honestly, it just looks really cool. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you already know what it's all about. So yeah, you know the deal. If not, one of my older videos does go over it just a little bit more. So that's how we're going to be using to grade these. I do like game price charting. This one just happens to be a little prettier, and as a collector, I tend to go for the prettier ones anyway. So women too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Number 5 most expensive DS game is Resident Evil Deadly Silence. Now, this is a game I actually took my time on buying. When I first saw the Resident Evil Deadly Silence on the DS, I was a little bummed out that it was just the original, you know, original Resident Evil instead of a, you know, brand new installment. However, when I did pick it up years later, I was stoked because, well, it's the original Resident Evil on the go, and I kind of realized, you know, just how silly I'd been. So yeah, this is a really good version of the game. I really enjoyed it when I went through. It does support 2 to 4 players, and I did actually pick up a second copy of this before it got too crazy in price. I don't think I spent more than $25 each when I grabbed these suckers. Totally worth it if you can find it at a good price. How much does it run for, though? Now that, my friends, is the question. Because Resident Evil Deadly Silence, for a complete, right now goes for $99. Holy shnikes, that is 4 times the amount of what I paid for it. So, number 5, Resident Evil Deadly Silence. Is it worth $100? If you're a Resident Evil guy or girl. Alright, that is my number 5. Let's check out number 4. Now, in a way, this one didn't really surprise me, but I don't know. I'll explain in a second. My number 4 is Chrono Trigger on the DS. Now, this is one, when I saw it was coming on the DS, I picked this up the first week it came out. I don't remember if I bought it the first day. I am super happy to have this in my collection. This is, well, if you know video games, you know the hype behind Chrono Trigger. It is one of the granddaddies of RPGs. It is beloved by just about everybody in the community, imagine. Fantastic RPG. Now, how much does number 4 go for? Well, mine happens to be complete. In fact, I think about 95% of my DS games are complete. A complete copy of Chrono Trigger goes for $105. Now, the reason why that kind of bums me out is because the original SNES copy goes for like a ridiculous amount of, I don't know, when I checked it out, I think a few months ago, I think it was still maybe 200 and above, and just like no chance of coming down at all. Which, I do love me Chrono Trigger, and I'd love to own the SNES version, but to see this one kind of climbing that too, actually, you know what, let's be more practical. Let's just say that you're going for just the cart. For just the cart is still $83. Man, I mean, the game is crazy good, I will give it that. Multiple endings, so much replayability. In fact, I'm pretty sure mine still has... Yep. Which, I'm sure if I advertise it, if I ever went to sell this game, mine actually still has the poster in pretty amazing condition, I might add. Ooh. I almost put this on my wall, but I don't know. As a collector, it's so hard to decide whether or not you want to, you know, put stuff like this on your wall or keep it mint condition because, well, you just never know. But yes, that is my copy of Chrono Trigger. Had it ever since. That is my original copy. Absolutely stoked to have it. Alright, 2 down, and then there were 3. My number 3 most expensive DS game is Dragon Quest IV. Now, while I have played the original Dragon Warrior on the NES, Dragon Quest, Warrior, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. While I did play the original Dragon Quest on the NES, this was the very first game I actually bought. Because growing up, you know, my parents, they bought everything, and I didn't have access to all my games. Heartbreaking story behind that. So yeah. The DS was one of the first systems that I really got crazy about and started collecting games, and this was my first Dragon Quest. And, you know, I actually ended up really liking this game. I was a little thrown off by the structure because it's broken up into chapters, but it turns into something really cool, and it is such a cool game. Very happy that it was my first one. And how much does my number 3 go for? Well, friendos, my number 3 most expensive DS game is $121 complete. And yes, just like the other two, mine is complete. This is not something I bought new. This is something I found at a local game store. I picked this guy up for 20 bucks. In fact, there's still some sticker residue right there. If you're a collector, you know how much sticker residue just sucks. But yeah, I bought this thing for 20 bucks, and I'm glad that it's still in my collection. So, Dragon Quest IV at number 3. Alright, moving along. Number 2, we're getting up there, after all. Alright, my number 2 most expensive game, Dragon Quest VI, Realms of Revelation. Now, this is probably no surprise, because the Dragon Quest games seem to really have really started to climb up there in price, every single one of them. It's getting pretty crazy. This is one I did actually buy, brand new off the shelf, because by the time I hit this point in my DS days, where I was starting to see what was coming out, what was current, I was well established on my own, and whenever I had money to spare, my DS was my main means of playing games. So, Dragon Quest VI right here, I did buy brand new. It's still in great condition. I don't think it came with any fancy posters. I threw away that stupid little slip that comes with it, so it just has the manual. I don't like those little inserts, the little, I don't know, I think they're seizure warnings or something. I never liked those. I know some people like them. I think they're eh. But let's see how much my number 2 most expensive DS game is. Dragon Quest VI, Realms of Revelation, for a complete, is $139. Considering I spent $40 on that, that is, yeah, about a little over 3 times the amount I spent on it, and it's still in really good condition too, so that's pretty cool. Alright, my number 1 most expensive DS game. Let's move over back to the app. Dragon Quest V. Now, here's a funny story. So, if you're a collector, you probably already have a vague idea how much this guy goes for, which it might shock you, actually, if you're watching this and you're not too familiar with prices. This is a game that, when I went to buy a Dragon Quest game at my local game store, both of these were on the shelf, and they were both 20 bucks. I went with Dragon Quest IV, and I couldn't find this one for the longest time. I think I found this one maybe 2 years ago, just in the nick of time, and I kid you not, I bought this guy for 40 bucks. It was just before it spiked in price. This guy is complete in box, and actually it still has the inserts in it, so I guess that shows you how much it's still in great condition. I didn't buy this. Well, obviously I didn't buy this when the DS was my main system, but it is still just in pristine condition. I bought it off eBay, and there's no sticker residue. I mean, it is a nice shiny game right there. However, how much does this guy go for? For a complete copy of Dragon Quest V for the DS is $219. That is... oh, wow. What a jump. Okay, so listen to this. We had my number 2, which came up at $139, and number 1, which came up at $219. Almost $100 difference right there. My god, these games are just getting maybe a little bit out of control, in my opinion, but that's just my humble opinion. You can argue about inflation and rarity and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, a game's a game, and you play them however you can. So anyway, that's my top 5 most expensive DS games. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just a really fun video. I like to do a little fun series I like to do every now and then when I'm tired of unboxing things. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I am Totem Lord. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will judge you next time.